Wouldn't put it past him. Moving on to some football, the Falcons signed linebacker Deion Jones to a 4-year, $57 million extension yesterday. Another Atlanta player not named Julio Jones to get paid. See, should Julio's contract be the Falcons' top priority?
No, Julio's fine. Arthur Blank and him have an understanding. That came last year when Julio held out. They're not going to have Matty Ryan go out there without Julio Jones. Outside of Matt Ryan, Arthur Blank personally told me, and their coach, Julio Jones, most important player in the organization. He works hard. They got zero problems with him. He's from the South. The fans love him. He's the best receiver in the game of football. No, that's assurance. They signed the defensive tackle.
Brady Jarrett 2 days ago. They signed Deion Jones yesterday. You can believe the Brinks truck, Arthur Blank ain't running out of money. Right. So that's what I was going to say is that Julio he threatened a bit last year with 3 years left on his deal. He's now got 2 years left on his deal. Everyone else has been taken care of. Everyone else has been paid. I would imagine during this season, he gets a contract extension.
Yes.
So not with 2 years left, but with a year and a half left on his deal.
Right. Aaron Rodgers, didn't they rewrite his contract?
Absolutely.
2 years left. Now, this is different than Ezekiel Elliott, Jenna. He's already proven himself. He's the best at his position and longevity. It's time for him to get a new deal.
And the market's passed him by.
Yes, sir.
Right now, he's wildly underpaid.
All right, 37-year-old Jason Witten came out of retirement to rejoin the Cowboys this offseason. And Tony Romo isn't worried about the 11-time Pro Bowler, saying, quote, he'll pick up right where he left off.
That's the problem.
See, where is that? What do you expect from Witten this season?
Tony Romo. Oh, man, I'm going to tell you, the worst thing about doing TV when you first retire, you got these buddies out there playing, and you know they just as old as you, and you try to fix it. You try to say little things to help them out. Now, is this the Jason Witten with hair or Jason Witten without hair? Because Tony played with both of them.
Yep.
Right.
But no. I was trying to get Dallas to be a speed team. You add Cobb to the offense, Gabriel to the offense, Amari Cooper, and then they bring Witten back. This will slow down things again.
Yeah.
So, nice job, Tony.
Listen, Jason Witten should help them in one area. I will give him credit for this. What have I harped on? They were so bad inside the 5-yard line.
Red zone, yes.
And, you know, inside the 10, inside the 5, he should help them there. And he can be reliable for Dak. If they decide to pass on 3rd and short, he can still get you 3 yards. Cloud of dust. And so I'll give him credit for that.
Woody Hayes,
absolutely. But I mean,
let's end here with Aaron Rodgers before we throw Witten too far under the bus. The Packers quarterback gets to work with a new head coach this season in Matt LaFleur, but the two appeared to be out of step with each other earlier this offseason when LaFleur said he plans on limiting Aaron Rodgers at the line of scrimmage. Rodgers, though, seemingly unfazed by the audible issue, saying yesterday, with me, I will do things that other quarterbacks just can't do or just haven't done. See, what was your reaction to what Aaron Rodgers had to say?
Well, I just need a little more on that, Aaron. Does that mean if a coach calls something, you'll do what most quarterbacks won't do? You'll change the play, even though the coach told you not to change the play. To me, that's what I kind of read into it. Aaron Rodgers is a special talent. And as you go through the week, the coaching staff tries to do everything they can, especially for the quarterback, to make them comfortable. So you'll go through the week, and you might run a certain number of plays. And if the quarterback doesn't like that play won't make it to Friday, and it definitely won't make it to Sunday. So by Friday, the offense coordinator, the coach, they can sit down with the quarterback and be like, you know something? How do you like these 3 throws? And the quarterback right then can be like, you know something, I don't like 2 of them. So they're into making the quarterback comfortable. But the audible system is the best way to make a quarterback comfortable, because if he sees something on the field, he knows he's got something in his arsenal in the playbook that he can go to compared to running that play against a defense that he doesn't like and then going over to the sideline for the coach to make the adjustment. The best teams are able to adjust in real time, and that's why the audible, it can be a problem. Defenses change too much. They change it on the snap of the ball. They change it 5 seconds before. So right at the snap of the ball, the offense, we might not know what they're doing. So the quarterback's inability to be able to get out of bad plays. Coaches teach the players on offense, you're going to have 5 bad plays during the course of the game. I might have a free runner in the backfield. Can the blitz pick up? Can the running back get there and chip him? Can the quarterback maybe throw the ball away? Now, if I got 5 bad plays, I got an audible system, maybe I can count that down to 2.
Right.
Because I put in 3 audibles, and we gashed the defense. Because what defenses don't like is for them to do something specific and then us to have an answer immediately. Because defenses, if they're successful, they repeat that defense. So the audibling system to Rodgers is important, just as it was to Brett Favre. And to me, I was there the day he took over from Brett Favre. The first day he practiced with all the chaos and everything, and you knew then, not only his arm was special, but he has a special football mind, and I believe they should open up everything to Aaron Rodgers.
So, but this is where, though, it has to be a two-way street to a degree. Because part of what went wrong in Green Bay over the last few years is Rodgers clearly, rightly or wrongly, lost some faith in the head coach. So early on especially, I would argue, even though Aaron Rodgers can diagnose things at the line of scrimmage as well as anybody in the league, and what he is seeing at the line of scrimmage is more informed than what LaFleur is seeing from the sideline or what anyone's seeing from the box because of his experience and just because of his perspective on the play and from being in it, the feel of the game, hearing the sounds,
absolutely,
all of that. But he can't, I believe, he cannot assume that he knows all the answers and that he can't just discount what LaFleur is trying to do, if for no other reason than you need LaFleur as well. We always talk about confidence as a player. What about the confidence as a first-time head coach? What about the confidence of a guy who didn't have great results in Tennessee last year, but people believe he's a great offensive mind?
Yes.
He's come there with the best talent in the league at the quarterback position, of them finding a way to best work together. Like, if Rodgers is instantly, regularly audibling out of things, not because we're in a bad play and I have to fix it, but I can tweak something a little bit, that could undercut some of LaFleur moving forward. So I do feel like Rodgers has to give as well as take on this relationship.
I feel like for 99.9% of the time, that would be logic. But when you have a guy who could very well arguably be one of the greatest quarterbacks we've ever seen, don't you defer to that guy? You have a new head coach. You talk about wanting to make the quarterback comfortable, wanting the quarterback to be able to read defenses and make decisions right away for what's best for that offense. Don't you defer to a guy like Aaron Rodgers, or does that come at the expense of taking what, like Nick was talking about, the confidence away from a new head coach?
Well, no matter what level you get to, no matter what level of stardom that you might be, that being superstar, that being Pro Bowl player, all-star player, I always believe that the talent has to be submitted to the coach because that's the way that sports are played. There's a reason why Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, the Belmont Stakes, there's a reason why the best horses we have in the world, they still run with a jockey, they still put a saddle on them, they still put a bridle in their mouths, because athletes are just like horses. They need a guide. They need a road map. And every once in a while, an athlete needs the coach to be able to go to the whip, to be able to get down the home stretch. So those things, talent is important, but instruction, correction, and faith in what he's hearing in his ear is the absolute best plan. So there's a buy-in. Yes, from Aaron Rodgers' standpoint, he's got to buy in. One of the problems I see, though, first couple weeks of the season, because a lot of announcers, when they watch NFL games, anytime the quarterback changes his voice inflection, they swear up and down he's changing the play. And it's not. A lot of those are dummy numbers. A lot of those, there's a reason why they call them dummy numbers.
Right, to make the defense think you're changing or
Dennis Green used to tell us this story. Hey, when I give you dummy numbers, and one guy raised his hand and said, Coach, what are those? He said, they only for the dummies, all right? They not real. All right, so don't listen to them. So watch when they call game. Watch how many times they try to insist. Aaron Rodgers is changing the play at the line of scrimmage. I believe that they'll be in sync. I believe we'll see the best of Aaron Rodgers. When did we see the best of Aaron Rodgers last 5 years? 2-minute situations when they're down.
Yep.
All right, when he was forced and he was doing most of the odd ones. So Aaron does have a point as far as his ability, what he sees at the line of scrimmage.
Wouldn't put it past him. Moving on to some football, the Falcons signed linebacker Deion Jones to a 4-year, $57 million extension yesterday. Another Atlanta player not named Julio Jones to get paid. See, should Julio's contract be the Falcons' top priority?
No, Julio's fine. Arthur Blank and him have an understanding. That came last year when Julio held out. They're not going to have Matty Ryan go out there without Julio Jones. Outside of Matt Ryan, Arthur Blank personally told me, and their coach, Julio Jones,